Hey everybody, welcome back to Drift and Dreams Fabrication. Hope you're having a great day. A lot of things coming. You see the motors off the stand. We got it on a chair as a secondary stand, I guess. But we got in new parts, including flywheel, clutches, bell housing for the T56. So we're going to put on the flywheel today. Hopefully it all goes well. Stay tuned. So here is our 8-bolt flywheel. We got our clutches on here, which we're gonna have to take those off to install the flywheel. And then we're gonna put our clutches back on. All right. Then we have a full face clutch puck or full face clutch. So okay, so I did this off camera, but I made a jerry rig system to hold this flywheel. I got 2 washers, a bolt, pinched between this, holding the notches on the flywheel. Did it on both sides. And we're only going to 74 foot-pounds. I put Loctite on everything, so yeah, let's get her going. Hey everybody, quick update. Last you saw, I was torquing down the flywheel and then I ran into a problem with the pilot bearing. So the pilot bearing that came with the kit, you guys know how things go on this channel. We always run into problems. But so the pilot bearing, let me show you, was supposed to go on this inside circle, but was entirely too big. So I had to go with this outside circle and put a pilot bearing in there after some research and finding the one. So me ending up having to change the location of the pilot bearing, ended up pulling it like all my dimensions backwards. So that forced me to get a spacer. But so after that, once I figured that out, I was able to get the clutches, the flywheel, and everything bolted on, like so. So you can see I have my spacer, then I have my bell housing, clutches, pressure plate, and then you can see in here, there's pilot bearing and then the gap behind it. Come on. But now everything lines up with the clutch alignment tool. So that's what you missed, right? So then I was like, okay, now I'm ready to finally get this transmission bolted up to it. I went to go put this hydraulic release that came with the kit, hydraulic release. I was gonna go put that on, and I'll put that clip up in here. So with that not going onto the transmission, and this is like the 5th time I've had to freaking mess with this stupid transmission trying to get it to bolt up to this motor, I got tired of it. So I took a trip out to Richland, Texas. It's about 3.5 hours away from me, and I sold the transmission. Then on the way back, you know what I did? I bought another transmission. So here we are. We have another T56, but this one's from a 2001 Camaro Catfish. And so the reason why I had to switch out transmissions is because the original T56 I've been messing with was a LT1, came from a Gen 1, Gen 2, like the first generation of motors where they had the 6-speed on them, like 95 Camaros and stuff like that. That is not LS. So I figured out after some research and stuff, it will not work for my application whatsoever. So I had to change everything up because the clutches I ordered, they're a push, like you push them in to release them, and the clutches that would go for that LT1, they pull away. It sounds complicated, but I just been doing my research and stuff. So I went and bought another transmission. Sold the other one, bought another one. And this is the one I have. And it comes with so you can see on the bell housing, hydraulic release. So it has hydraulic release. I'm gonna replace this. It's not exactly bolted down, but it's got a nice tension to it. Not as much as that one, but I'll probably put that on, leave that, keep that extra. But so now we gotta pull this bell housing off, and then it should be good to bolt up, and everything should work just fine because this is a LS T56. So there should be no problems now. Once it bolts up, then I can get a drive shaft and a cross member for it, because I did find a cross member online. So get the cross member, get a drive shaft, and then drive line's done. And I'd have to hook up all the stuff to get that to work, the hydraulic release, because the E36 is a clutch fork setup. But yeah, other than that, we're trucking along. And once I get this on and get a cross member, and then it's just next to the drive shaft, and then we should be able to work on cooling system, wire harness, and we should be good to go. So y'all come along with me, and we're gonna pull this bell housing off. All right, everybody, we're back at it. Where I left off was we just pulled the bell housing off the T56, and I've just kind of been getting busy. So here we are, another day, a couple weeks down the line. It's taking some time, but you know how it goes, working and this and that. Anyways, we got the new bell housing bolted up for the LS to LT conversion. We put in the hydraulic clutch release. Don't understand how that exactly works. I'll end up having to do more research, figure that out. But we got it torqued down to 35 foot-pounds. Our clutches and flywheel is on. We have our transmission spacer and the other one over there. So we're going to try and piece them together. ran into another problem. Gotta love it, always happens. If you're not having problems, you're not doing something right, I guess, right? But, so, I put the transmission on with my transmission spacers, and I could put it in gear, right? Put it in gear, and the back prop shaft would not, or would still spin with the spacers. But, so, I pulled the spacers, pulled them out, put it all back together. I don't know how far the output shaft is in on the transmission. Hopefully it's good enough. But I can take the back output shaft, spin it freely, throw her in gear, she's locked up. So it's good, I hope. I did have to pull out my extended dowel pins. I had to pull these out and put in the stock dowel pins to get everything to sit flush on the back of the block. Other than that, I might pull it off again and try and do some markings on the actual transmission. I'll probably pull it off and put it back on maybe 2 more times, just to make sure it's, you know, it's sitting in there more than just a ½ inch. So right now I do not know how far in it's sitting. So, but that concludes this episode. I'll do all that other stuff off camera, because the next episode we're going to be putting the motor and the transmission in the car. I'll be putting on my E36 to T56 transmission cross member. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any tips, tricks, comments, questions, concerns, put them in the comments. And yeah, have a good one.